let's take a look at hellebores. Now I'm just going to do 3 hellebores for you just because these are my favourites, and quite often my favourites do change, but at the moment these are my 3 favourites that I'm going to talk about. Hello, I'm Rosie Hardy. This is Rosie Hardy Gardening. If you enjoy our videos, please do subscribe to the channel. Now in the spring or even over the winter months, hellebores are the mainstay of colour in the garden, especially in a slightly shadier spot, in that woodland sort of area. They can be grown in containers, you can have them planted near the door, and they will look superb. So I'm going to start off with Helleborus Walberton's rosemary. Helleborus Walberton's rosemary was bred in the UK by David Tristram. This is the first of the crosses between Helleborus niger and Helleborus hybridus or orientalis. And because Helleborus niger is a plant that likes to be in quite a sunny position and planted quite high, drier conditions, and its flowers stay upright, really upright like this. Helleborus niger is the white one, the Christmas rose, everyone knows. Helleborus orientalis or hybridus has its flowers slightly hanging down, and it is a woodland variety. It likes to be in shade. When you cross 2 species like that, you will get a sterile hybrid. So this does not set seed. So that's a starting point with this. But it also means when you have a sterile hybrid, you have a plant that flowers and flowers and flowers, because it doesn't have the off switch, because it's not setting seed. So it will just keep on trying and it will produce masses and masses. So because Helleborus niger starts sometime around about November time and Helleborus orientalis finishes sometime about the end of March, this plant has both of those properties from its parents. So it starts early in the season, usually mid-November, and it's flowering right the way through to the end of March, maybe into April, which is fantastic. The other thing is, of course, because it's a plant which is right up like that and another one that's like that, the flowers look at you. So you will see that these flowers are standing upright, they're looking at you, and you get this beautiful pink. They are really, really lovely. Now they vary depending on the age of the flower. So if the flower is younger, it's slightly paler. If the flower is older, it is slightly darker. They have a mass of nectaries at the bottom and lots of pollen. You will find that these are very, very good fodder food plants for any of the overwintering insects that have not hibernated, or any that have woken up and need to get some food. So that's a really good reason for having hellebores in your garden. And as the flowers die off, they die off and go darker, they look really good, and you can see with this plant how much flower bud there is to come. Now it's a clump former, it is very good in a container, excellent in a container. You can put it in the sun, you can put it in the shade, you can put it in slightly drier soil, you can put it in slightly moister soil. So it is so good from so many different reasons. So this is a really, really good English breeding hybrid between 2 species, therefore sterile, excellent plant for you to put in your garden or to put in a container and have wonderful flower all the way through the winter, early spring, and feeding those beneficial insects. Helleborus Walberton's rosemary. Now let's go on to plants which are bred in Belgium, and these are Helleborus hybridus type. So you can see that their flowers are slightly going down, but if you just tip them up just a little bit, look at that beautiful double face. Dark burgundy flowers, multiple layers of petals in there, and masses of nectar. Well, actually, no, there are no nectaries on this one, but there is pollen. So that is really good, because there are insects that like the pollen only. So this one is Helleborus Louisa. Louisa is part of the Viv series, and I actually like the Viv series. They've been built to be very strong plants. They flower for a good length of time. So this one starts flowering mid-January and is then going right the way on through February, March, giving these fabulous big plants. They're not ultra tall. If you look against the Helleborus Walberton's rosemary, you can see the Walberton's rosemary is quite tall. So Walberton's rosemary can be anywhere between a foot and maybe 16, 17 inches, which is 30 centimetres to 40, 45 centimetres with that. Whereas these Viv ones, yes, it's going to come up a little bit more, but it's more around about the foot or 30. But they have masses of flower still to come. You know, they are really strong plants. They put a lot on there. They have had their leaf cut back, and you'll notice we've cut the leaf back on all of these. We do that around about the Christmas period, so we take off all the old foliage so that the new plants grow up. And the thing with the Viv series is that they put up foliage and their flowers. That way the flowers are held on the actual foliage, so they stand up a little bit more. You get a little bit more greenery with them, so that is really good. But because they are a hybridous type, they want to go in a shady spot. They want to go somewhere where there's a good amount of organic matter, leaf litter, that sort of thing, and then they will be really happy. So this is a fabulous double form. I do like it, and it's great. Again, container or in the ground. So to give us a bit of a difference, we have a beautiful pink, we've had the beautiful dark, and then we have one which is a yellow. Now it's not a harsh, strong yellow, it is a lovely soft yellow. Just look at that face, it's really beautiful. Now this one has got nectaries all the way through there, so it's going to give a lot of nectar to the feeding insects, lots of pollen as well. And again, this is a hybridous type. It's another one that is bred in Belgium. This one is Viv Lucrezia, and you can see it's putting on lots and lots of growth. So this one is coming up February, March flowering time. But if you think about this colour in a darker area, so a shady area, it's really going to show up. And what is quite interesting, and you can see here, is that the foliage colour on the darker flowered form and the foliage colour on the lighter flowered form are different. So when they are dark coloured, the foliage is much darker. When they are paler, the foliage is paler as well. So this again is going to get to about a foot by a foot, so 30 by 30. Really, really beautiful form, strong stems. Flowers here, more flowers to come. This is going to come out and make a really good show. I do love it, so that is fabulous. So that is Lucrezia, that one is Louisa, and that one is Walberton's rosemary. Now I said I was going to talk about 3 hellebores. Well, there are hundreds of hellebores out there, and if you are a plant enthusiast, you can't just stay with 3. So we had a Niger Helleborus hybridus cross. We've got some hybridus types here, but then there are some really beautiful little ones like these, which are Smithii types, and these I find fabulous. They've got really leathery leaves, so you can see the leaf on those is completely different to the leaf on the hybridus, and their leaves tend to come out sideways, so their leaves make a spread a bit more, and then you get a dome, totally evergreen. Again, a little bit of older leaf taken off, and then they flower their socks off, and they start off with these beautiful flowers, and then the reverses of them have got this lovely coppery tone. It's probably more evident on this particular one here. So these are just young plants. So they start off opening with quite a creamy colour, and then as they fade, they go to this colour here. And that is the same as the reverse. So you get this lovely two-tone on these. And these really will take very deep shade. So they're an excellent plant for a really dark, shady spot, or in a container in a dark, shady spot, just giving you that joy and happiness of open flowers, beautiful flowers, open at this time of the year. So really, really fantastic. So I couldn't quite keep to 3, do apologise. No, I don't, because I think that gives you a lovely little selection of plants. You've got your taller, you've got your mid-height, and then these Eric Smithii are going to stay shorter. They're going to be under a foot. They're going to be about 20 to 25 centimetres, but at least 30 across with their leaves, giving you a lovely shade. When all of these have finished flowering at the end of their season, cut off the dead flower heads. The foliage will stay there, and the foliage will look great right the way through till the autumn again, and then around about just before Christmas, end of December, cut off old leaf, get rid of that, allow the new foliage to come through with the flowers, and you get to see this wonderful display of flowers. Beautiful hellebores, my top 3 plus 1. Many varieties of hellebore are available to buy on Hardy's website. Remember, stocks are limited, and please be aware we only ship to addresses on UK mainland. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch another video of mine, YouTube thinks this one is perfect for you.